Hi, on this video we're going to be comparing two cloud services, the Azure and AWS. So stick with me till the end. If you are looking to venture into data and data analytics, ML, data engineering per se, that's what I'll be focused more on. Make sure that you watch this video till the end. My name is Simon Gogi, a data engineer, and I'll be taking you through this video. And over time, there has been two cloud services that have really stood out. And one, we have the AWS, and the other one is the Azure Cloud Storage. So AWS, it's wide. The market is basically is big, and it was created a long time ago. So it's ancient. So it has so many tools, and also Azure has really stepped up and also has a lot of tools. Yeah, almost over 200 and AWS over 200. And the market gap of the AWS and the Azure, it's not that wide, but AWS has consistently performed better over the years, although Azure is coming up. When I started in AWS some years ago, it was by far the best cloud platform to ever use. And by far I mean people often use this a lot. Yeah, so Azure was just gaining market, and it had not really gained that market popularity. Although in recent years, as you are approaching 2025, or right now you're in 2025, this is different. So Azure has really come up, and it's doing an amazing work with the tools and the capabilities that it has. So if you are looking to venture into cloud, so these are the two tools that you need to be looking at. And let's do a comparison of some tools and the architectures. So if you are loading a pipeline, so you'll be in AWS. This is a sample pipeline. You'll be getting data into an S3, and then use Athena to maybe some visualizations. Then you're going to create two crawlers, one for the source and one to the target. The target will be the Redshift. And so you're going to use Glue, and then you're going to connect these two crawlers, and then you're going to have this data connected. So basically this becomes a JBDC connection that you connect the two crawlers, and you get the load data from the S3 to the Redshift. And if you're using Glue, yes, you can use transformation. So that's a sample pipeline. When you go to Azure, you load the data into ADLS Gen 2, and then you're going to use a linked service for the source in ADF, and then another linked service for the source to the target. So this may be Databricks, this may be Azure Synapse Analytics. So, and then you connect these two and you load your data there. But then Databricks, now you'll have to, for ADF, basically you're going to, for transformation, you're going to be required to use Databricks. Performs better. So on the architecture side of it, if you want to do simple things fast, an easier way to understand, go with AWS. AWS is a plus for me. If I was to learn again cloud, I would start with AWS just as I did it, and then I move on to Azure. Although the principles, when you learn them, the principles are transferable. Remember, when in AWS we have used crawlers, in Azure we have used linked services. Basically works the same. The other one is the costs. So if you are looking to start out to learning, Azure is very good with maybe you're a student, you can get the credits. It has $100 for credits. Those are $200 for a free tier, but it's only usable for that days period. AWS also has a free tier and very good with the functions. How to create it's very easy, and how to go around that. And the other one is the storage and the budget. For me, I have found Azure, using Azure, very easy to project the costs. Has this function where you can, after you create the pipeline, after you use the services or you create a service, it can show you the projected cost after a period of time. So if you are creating this for a month, these are the dollars that will be incurred, and gives you an overhead that these are the costs that I'll be incurring. Yeah, at the end of the that period of creating the pipeline. Yeah, so AWS also has tried to improve this, where you can create budgets and budget limit, although also Azure has this. So basically, depending on the cloud that you're using, the budgeting, it's quite relatively good. Although for Azure, I would recommend that one for usage. Remember that these storage, these cloud services incur cost, and sometimes you may just be banned for life. If your card goes there and you default some payments, your card will be flagged every time you put that account. So yeah, don't be on the receiving end of that. The other one will be the market share, and I talked about this and at the beginning, but how our jobs are now moving towards these two cloud services. And I would say, from an analysis that I've done from job postings, Azure is performing better to AWS. So many jobs have listings and requirements at Azure as compared to before, where many job requirements were on AWS. And maybe this is because that when you use Azure and you're using other Microsoft services, it's easy to connect, easy to integrate workflows. And in recent, where there is the Microsoft Fabric, it also has some amazing architecture. We'll be talking about that soon. But Asia has moved and has shifted the market. And so in 2024, 2023, AWS would be the recommended one for sure. But now it's moving and it's turning between Asia and AWS, and Asia is performing better as far as job postings are concerned. Yeah, and it's giving AWS a hell of a run. But overall, AWS has a larger market share. Yeah, so if I was to start today, my personal opinion would be start with AWS and move on to Azure. Very simple to work around them both, and it's very simple to connect the two. When you learn one, you just like you have learned all. It's just that the UI and the security changes. So if you're looking to learn cloud for data, so yeah, you all have the information that you need. Yeah, you can get to start it today. If you have any questions about how to implement pipelines, you have questions about the entire architecture or the overview of these cloud tools, reach out to me and I'll gladly respond to any of your queries. So that will be all for today. Till next time.